But it's an M54, it'll take it. Give it a rev. You can hear the turbos, you can hear the downpipes.
Got a bit of spool there, that's pretty good. And honestly, it feels really smooth. I'll say there's no mounts or anything gone, it feels nice and tight.
Right, you get up to the shed, I'm gonna go start editing this video, and we'll leave these guys on the cliffhanger.
Okay, on the way to up to the shed, thought it'd be a good idea to actually just top the reservoir back up with water for the pressure test. And this sort of messy top radiator hose, just to make sure that the system was full, did the whole hold the pedal for 10 seconds to get it priming, to get it pumping and stuff. And while it was doing its thing, Andrew was just inspecting this bit of the mess up here on this top hose, and that little bleed nipple just snapped straight off. And I was really surprised at how much pressure the electronic water pumps can make whilst the car isn't running, because as soon as that snapped off, I went down to have a little bit look, and the water pump kicked into speed, and that spat water straight into my face, which is brilliant. But it's looking like that could be, especially as it was, because the car was on a hill on the trailer overnight, that would have been a little bit lower than the reservoir. So there is a good possibility that all of the water that drained out is just what has come out from that hose, and the rest of the system is okay. So Andrew reckons he may have one of those hoses spare, because he replaced it on his car just as a precaution when it was fine. So if that is the case, this thing might be good to go. So that's his E90 parts car, and it's not in the engine bay. Oh, hello, Winston. Any luck?
Dude, I can't find it. I've got 3 boxes of N54 stuff. I've kept every hose, but I don't know where that one is. I wouldn't have thrown it away. I don't throw anything away.
But it's not in your stash.
No.
I'll just have a...
Still on the radiator.
No, there's not much.
Still heaps of hoses in there, which are all good.
But they're all like heater lines and...
Dude! It's there! It's still on the radiator!
It's in the scrap pile. Yes! And that nipple looks sweet.
The nipple is still sweet.
Oh, I love a good nipple. Yes.
The hose doesn't want to come off, but that I remember that with mine. And I reckon I've got another one of these as well.
Okay. You are the N54 parts man.
Well, I bought one for my car as a premature maintenance thing. Ow.
Hey. Cool. How's it looking?
Just
like I bought one.
be gentle. Be gentle.
Sweet. Give it a clean up and throw it on.
O-rings may need to be changed. We have O-rings.
Awesome.
Alright. Go and fit it, Dave.
Okay, I've got the hose off of the car, and it has definitely seen better days. This is the hose from Andrew's parts pile. So I've given everything a clean. I've just cleaned all of the edges where it would seal. Yeah, all the little crevices of any gunk and crap that was in there, just to try and give it a good chance of sealing. And I'm hoping that this is all that was causing the water leak from this car, because that would be a pretty good fix. But time is ticking, and because I've been rushing, I forgot to put a tray under the car, so now the garage floor is full of water. But I've got to keep going, so I'm going to give this a try and see what happens.
So Dave, how good are our pressure tester?
So good.
We've had this pressure test kit for like 12 years, maybe 15 years, and it just never fits a car, ever. Every time you need to use it,
that's what it feels like.
It doesn't have a fitting.
It feels like literally every car you got to use it on, you've got to modify something or jam something else in there.
If someone can link to a decent pressure tester kit, let us know, because the amount of time we've wasted. You tried to do the Saab last week and you couldn't do it.
So we're just going to fill it with water and
Bleed it and see if it holds. I'm guessing that's just water on the drive belt. It's clean now. All right, Dave, fill her up. I'll start it doing its bleed. So ignition on, and hold the pedal down. Let me know when it fires up.
Yep,
I did.
just then.
Pumping, sweet.
Took a while.
I didn't have the heater on max the first time. All right. Just see how much is in there. Okay, that's actually at the right level. So we'll just see how much bleeds out. I reckon it needs a new... This thing's snapped off.
Well, I just
and
noticed.
The cap's all manky.
Yeah, it's actually those bits of plastic were dropping off into that little tray.
Oh, I wonder if I got the cap off the
crashed one.
Yeah, I'll see. Let that bleed for a minute. Just see if we've still got the cap on this one. I think I took the overflow bottle off. No, still got it. Ta-da! This has also got better bonnet struts.
Ah, score.
And a good cap. Dave, if this works and we get to go roll racing in this, it's going to be amazing.
There it is.
It's not low on water. I think if this does actually hold, we'll have to put some coolant in it.
Yeah.
Because there isn't much coolant in there. All right, because we're a bit short of time, we're going to fit the new cap. Water level's there. We're just going to get it hot. Take a bit of a drive, because we haven't actually driven this on the road yet, have we?
No, and because this has white leather interior.
You're going to wash your hands?
Yeah.
Unusual. You're test driving. Coolant light. Bulb light. All right, well, we're out on the road. Still not temperature in it yet, so we're going to take it easy. There's a bit of a hesitation on the shift then.
Yeah, but it's warming up still.
We are well aware that taking a completely unloved N54 roll racing is a bad idea, and that's why we want to do it. We know that the gearbox probably needs to be serviced. We know it needs engine oil, but let's just go and see what we can do. Because this is going to be probably the cheapest car at roll racing tonight.
I would say 100%. There will be, yeah, components of probably the next cheapest car will probably cost more than this entire car.
All right, we're going to keep driving around gently. We'll get some heat into it and we'll show you once we start accelerating. Okay, oil's just come up a little bit. We're just going to roll it on a bit, see if we get any engine warning lights or anything.
Big miss. Big miss.
And
I'm backing out.
Engine warning light.
Yeah.
That's not gone well.
That started happening at
low RPMs.
Yeah, under 4,000 RPM, I'd say. I wasn't wide open throttle either.
So we've got a bit of a dilemma here. So this car does have MHD and the Android is connected to the car. However, we need to work out what we've got access to and see if we can read fault codes through that. So we'll see you guys shortly. We're going to put a little bit of fuel in it and we'll head back. All right, guys, so we're just going to do a bit of a third gear log. I'll get Dave to film that because we can't screen record that. And I'm hoping it just auto logs for us.
And the gauges we got set up are boost, low pressure fuel pressure, the fuel rail pressure, intake air temps, and both the AFRs.
All right, we ready? Fucking MHD.
God.
Just see what that does.
Hasn't missed.
Shit. Pulling all right.
I mean, that felt slow compared to your car.
Sorry, it's either foggy or there was a load of smoke behind the car.
Oh, really? I didn't see that.
Might just try that again.
It didn't miss.
No, it didn't miss. We'll just do another third gear roll on.
We did just put some 98 fuel in it. It's loading up.
Just can't go through the stepper.
Well, that's... Okay, you fixed the miss.
Nah.
Maybe if it was on E10 or something, or 91.
Maybe if you did have cheap fuel in it, or maybe the fuel, I don't know.
But it wasn't under that much load when it started to miss before.
Well, hopefully we can work out how to get MHD logs out. We'll have a look at the log and see what it's doing, but it might be worth... Dude, we've got basically an hour to keep prepping this car. I'm thinking we get back, we check the plugs, like physically check the plugs.
Okay, see how dirty they are.
I've got other plugs that we can put in. I think it's holding fuel pressure okay. It's 81 now, the fuel pressure.
I think it was dropping to about 50.
Oh, really?
Yeah, quite high up in the rev range.
Well, we need to check that, and might just chuck a Walbro in it.
Is that this that's... Is this the cut, is it?
I reckon it is.
It probably doesn't rev that high very often, does it?
No, and it's got mid cats.
Ah,
so
that is
could
the
be
smell.
smelling cats getting hot. Anyway, all right, we'll see you guys in a minute.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I just thought to show you quickly. I think this top hose is all good. That's actually fucking hot, pardon my French.
Plenty of pressure in there, nothing's coming out.
So I think, hopefully that's the coolant leak. I hope. I guess we'll pull it in, we'll check these plugs, might do a compression test. Dave, it's 1 o'clock. We've got 1 hour to do this.
Time is ticking.
Is it worth it? Is it worth it?
It's our only option now. All right, pull her in the shade.
Okay, now we just got it in the shed. I just thought I'd see if MHD will tell us what the fault code was that we saw while Dave was driving. So we go codes, read DME codes, contacting the DME, connected. So combustion misfires, cylinder 4, O2 sensor issues, and electronic coolant pump, power reduced operation. So we've got a few issues. We'll clear them and we'll see what comes back. Oh, I hope it doesn't need a water pump. Okay, no active codes. Stage 2 plus. All right, we're good. We're good. All right, let's get these plugs out. Hopefully the misfires are not being caused by plugs. Okay guys, I just thought to show you quickly, I've got that log of the third gear pull up on the screen, and we can see there that low pressure fuel pressure actually drops down to 52 PSI. That is too low. So, depending on what happens with these plugs, we might stick a Walbro in it. We have 45 minutes to do a plug change and a Walbro. I don't know if it's going to happen, and I need to go to the toilet. All right, guys, Dave is smashing, getting the plugs out. I've just smashed the toilet because I was bursting. But we can see here, it's currently running Bosch 4-prong. Oh my God, they're on fire. I can't even pick them up. But yeah, they are the Bosch 4-prong factory plugs that these things come with. So, I mean, that could be enough to cause the misfires. You should not be running these plugs when you're on MHD stage 2. One good thing we have found about it, I'm looking at these coils that are also on fire. They are Elder coils. I thought they looked good, but yeah, so it's got good coils in it. I'm hoping that these combustion misfires we've seen are coming from these spark plugs. Now I have the original spark plugs that I put in my N54. These are when I was running stock turbos. They've done, I don't know, probably 5,000 Ks, I think. And I'll just show the camera, but they're gapped and good to go. I'm gonna stick those in this car for now and see how we go. One thing I do just want to check quickly, what injectors has it got? Can you see any numbers on them?
I haven't looked yet.
Oh, someone's head.
What can we see there?
Ones, dash ones. So it doesn't have good injectors in it. We might have to save up for some 12s if we want to get this going really well, but we can use them for now. Should we try and put a Walbro in it?
I think so.
Because it's got low pressure. And if we buy an MHD license, we could flash it with E50 at the track. We'll just get a couple of jerry cans of ethanol on the way down. All right. That is pushing the boundaries. And I have a spare Walbro fitting. All right, I'm gonna take the pump out. I just wanted to emphasize how silly this is, doing all this so close to going roll racing. But N54 life, have faith. All right guys, so I have the standard bucketed fuel pump just here, and I'm going to do a quick 460 install. I'm gonna leave it as a bucketed setup for now, because that's what I did the first time I ran it on my car. So we're basically just going to get this black frame out, cut this pump out, and put the Walbro in its place.
Okay, coils and new plugs. Well, I say new plugs, they are Andrew's used plugs, but only briefly. So they are back in the car, it's all done up. I'm not going to throw the shrouds on yet, just in case there's anything weird going on. So I'll wait until the fuel pump's back in to do that. And it's starting to cool down now, which is nice. How is the Walbro going?
Okay, so I have the pump mounted in there. Now, obviously I was rushing, so I've smashed the bucket to pieces, but it's mounted, it's solid, it's not going anywhere. Zip ties save the day. I got the Walbro BMP fitting on. I'm just wiring in the wiring now. Waiting for this to warm up. We'll be able to go back in and we should be starting up within 2 minutes.
Cool, so once that's done, it'll literally just be a matter of dropping it back into the fuel tank, sealing it back up, and giving it a test run.
100%.
Awesome, it's getting there.
Okay, I've got a cameraman, but the pump is there. It's all zip tied together, the smashed up bucket. Let's put it in, see if the car starts. Fuel pump's in. That was a big rush job. Let's see if it works. Declan, can you start the car? Actually, just turn the ignition on.
Let it prime.
Yeah. Don't touch the pedal. Yeah, go ignition. I didn't hear it do anything.
No, I didn't hear anything.
Go again.
Is it off and on?
Off and on. Oh, yeah, I heard it.
Okay, sweet.
This fuel pump, the original pump was loud.
It was loud,
well,
yeah.
This is now quiet. All right, see if it'll start.
That's okay.
We've got fuel pressure. New plugs. It's got Elder coils.
I'd say a bit of oil dripped down into the
Plug holes.
Yeah, that's what the smoke is that we're seeing. I think.
Normal. Give it a bit of a rev. Yeah, you hold it at about 15 minutes.
And you can hear the injectors like crazy, but I think that's just in a couple of spark plug holes there was a lot of oil, and I cranked the engine over when there was no plugs in there to try and squirt it out, but I dare say a fair bit did seep through, so it'll clean out.
And we have 72 psi fuel pressure. So even though we've got the new Walbro in, it's holding pretty good fuel pressure like that. Do you want to just give it a rev, Deckers? Yeah, give it a good rev. Okay, all right. I think we take it for a super quick test drive and just see what it does. Okay, we're just doing a quick test drive, watching fuel pressures. We have a bit of oil temp. Dave's basically just gonna load it up the hill, see what the car does. Now, he just accelerated a little bit and it felt better with the different plugs. So we're just gonna see if we get any misfires. Whoa, Jesus Christ. Is that you? Step up. It feels, okay, that feels better, doesn't it? All right, I think go a bit further. We'll just go to the fuel station. You can accelerate along that road. But fuel pressure is definitely maintaining better.
It feels better. It feels, oh, it's had new plugs, more fuel pressure, and new plugs. So maybe that is a bit of a birthday for it.
Basically, I just want to see if we get any more errors under full load. Go, go, go. Okay, we've got a fast N54 again!
What the difference that's just made?
Holy shit! Go sports mode.
Holy shit!
Slow down, I reckon. And yeah, trumpet.
That was a bit naughty.
That was nearly the 60km/h speed limit.
Yeah.
Which is quick.
It's quicker. It's not, obviously it's nothing like yours.
No, but we're holding fuel pressure, so we could potentially flash an E60 map.
It's not a bad idea.
Chuck a UE and we'll head back. All right, guys, I think this is going roll racing. Let's see if it's got a diff. Did it do two?
It did.
It's got a diff!
It did.
Okay, and we've not misfired.
It feels like a different car already.
All right, we'll go back up to the shed. We'll just check we got no other coolant leaks. Then, we've got to get some coolant in it. I think we'll load it up and we'll head to the track.
Yep.
This is madness. This is madness. Madness. Okay, guys, so the car is on the trailer. We are taking this roll racing. I hope we managed to capture it on film, but we did fix the misfires. We fixed the fuel pressure. Let's go and see what this M54 can do. But it's going to be in the next video. And if it goes to plan, we want to run E50 at the track, and we're going to load MHD on with the E50 mix. Anyway, we're running late. An hour and 15 minutes later than we expected. We'll see you guys at the track. Thanks for watching.